How y'all doing today? It is Saturday something or other. I don't know, someday in August. We are getting ready to go on a little bit of a ride. Actually, a pretty good sized ride. But I'm solo until I get to Mankato, which is about an hour, whatever. So today is cigars, breweries, well, just one brewery actually, and one cigar lounge, motorcycles. Pretty much got it all going on today. So I'm meeting up with my buddy Steve in Mankato, and then from Mankato we're going to head up to a little town called Henderson, Minnesota. And when we get to Henderson, we're going to meet up with a bunch of other people, Justin and Danielle, Dean, I think maybe Jake, I don't know, I think there's like 7 of us if nobody bails. The Facebook group thing said 7 going, so that would be dope. So yeah, we got a little bit of solo time, so I was like, oh, it's time to make some moto vlog. Let's get some moto vlog going up in here on Touring Midwest. So yeah, not a very exciting ride from here to Mankato, but I think when we actually get to the ride portion of the day, because we're gonna ride from Henderson to Victoria, and that's a pretty area, so I think it's about a 90-mile ride that we're doing once we meet up. And then of course I've got about another, I don't know, 90 miles each way, I think. So that's pretty good. That'll definitely work. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys today about why I started riding. I like to hear that story from other people. I'm always pretty interested and fascinated in, well, why people get into riding, or what got them into riding, if they just kind of grew up with it, or if it's always been a part of their life, if they grew up on 2 wheels just like as soon as they left the womb and they've just been riding ever since. It's in your blood, right? Well, I tell you what, for me, I always knew that I wanted to ride from the time I was a little kid. And the thing is, my mom's cousin, he had motorcycles as long as I can remember. Jason had motorcycles, and I can remember going with my uncle. We'd go over to my cousin's house. He had roommates, and they all had Harleys, so they were always tinkering on their Harleys in the garage, and I'd go over there and they'd start them up. I remember that feeling in my chest, that rumble. Come on, tell me you know what I mean. Tell me you know what I mean. I love that feeling to this day. To this day. So I think that was part of it. I always thought Jason was cool, and he is. He's still cool. Who am I trying to kid? But that was part of it. But also I can remember, you know, we used to do quite a bit I'll go this way. A couple different ways I could go, but this way might be faster. We used to do quite a bit of traveling. My grandma lived in Rochester. My great aunt and uncle lived up west of the Twin Cities in a little town called Hayward Lake. And I got my aunt and uncle and cousins up in the Isani, Cambridge area. So we used to travel around quite a bit, visiting family and things like that for different stuff. I just remember being on the go as a kid and sitting in the back seat of the car, looking out the window. But I'd see a group of motorcycles, group of bikers, right, with their motorcycles all packed down with gear. They got their camping stuff on and all that. I just was always like, man, that just looks so awesome, you know? Like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to ride and camp. I thought that bikers all camped until I started this channel and started doing some polls and things and finding out that a lot of bikers like to stay in a motel. But we all love to ride. We all love to get out there. I'd see the group of bikers going by and I would just be like, man, I wonder where they're going or whatever, you know, like just, I guess when I was a kid, I just kind of pictured it being like, you just ride till you can't ride no more, set up camp for the night, wake up in the morning and do it all over again, right? Pack up and go. Which, coincidentally, or not coincidentally, whatever, is not even my favorite way to ride motorcycle camp. I love setting up a base camp. So when I'm in an area, I want to explore that area. Like, we'll set up in Sturgis, but we're there for the week, right? Same campsite, we're exploring the area. And that's what I like to do, I guess. I'm not the kind of person who likes to be rushed, so I think riding somewhere, setting up camp, having your supper or whatever, getting some sleep, waking up, packing everything back up again, and, you know, going to the next, you know, riding through the next day and, you know, setting up a camp again at a new site in a new area. I just feel like that's a lot. That's like rush. You gotta be set up completely different than I am, and I think I'm gonna make a video about this as well. That's another kind of camping, you know, and it depends on what you're doing and what's going on, but I just don't like that. I like any trip I do, I want to be relaxed. I don't want to have a big schedule that I have to follow. You know, I'm on vacation. I want to just chill. So, but I know other people love it. They live for that. That's what they want to do. That's the kind of riding they want to do. They'll have a very simple, basic setup. You know, in Australia, I know these, oh shoot, what's Skid Pig always call them? Swags. They have swags, which is basically an all-in-one little tent, sleeping pad, sleeping bag. It just all rolls up, right? Now, it's not a super small, compact system, but it is all-in-one and it's easy. So, I mean, it is something you could probably strap to your luggage rack and you'd be golden. But it's not really what I think about when I'm doing motorcycle camping. So totally off subject, totally off topic, but an interesting one, and we are going to get into that. But I'm interested. I'm going to make another video about when I got my first motorcycle and kind of go into some more detail about that. But I remember just being super young and being like, yes, this is definitely what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I want to ride. In that video, I'll tell you when I finally got a motorcycle and what all led up to that. But I'm just curious, what got you into motorcycle riding? And what kind of motorcycle riding do you like to do? And then in the next video, we'll talk about the other stuff. So, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit, you guys. All right, y'all, congratulations. You made it to the end of the video. There's going to be a couple of videos popping up around here and places to click and things to do and see. Be sure to investigate those areas. We'll catch you next week. Same Braaap time, same Braaap channel. Keep it safe out there as always. We will catch you next time right here on Touring Midwest. Peace.